Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to episode 100. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you all of the things that we've done on the car over the past few weeks and talk a little bit about them and what still needs to be done. Let's go take a look. So first and foremost, you guys have seen all of the work that I've done, and I actually resprayed the car. I went and I got my HVLP gun. I got it set up. I watched some videos, and then I started shooting the car. And boy, I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with this thing. I don't know why I was so trepidatious about using it in the past. I shouldn't have been, because it gave a really, really nice finish. And my body work isn't all that great. So anyway, let's get at it. Let's talk about what I did. Well, first thing I did was I went ahead and body worked these steel panels, which are part of the door. And I think it turned out okay. It's not, perfect, but you don't see them that much, only when the doors are up. But it looks a lot better than it did at the show, where you saw the bare steel and all the metal work, and it was pretty ugly. So at least now when the doors are open, it's not an eyesore. One of the big things we did is I put in power steering. The tires up front are 255s, so they're pretty wide. And I had a real hard time trying to muscle this thing around. And it turns out, because I muscled it around, one of the U-joints got really loose, and it basically was locking up on me. So I had to replace this. It was basically, both of these guys were kind of really sloppy. Okay. And so that was causing some thumping in the steering as well. But now with the power steering, and it's just it's actually fun to drive. The other thing that we fixed was the throttle cable. So we actually had the throttle cable and it was sticking, and because it was sticking and it had some binding in it, it wasn't acting properly, and so the engine would kind of jerk and lunge, and that's why I'd have to rev it so high when I was driving it down the road. Some of the other things that I've done is I installed a new kind of stereo here. So we can go ahead and start this, and you'll see this come up, and then it will link to my phone, and it's pretty awesome because it's a nice little head unit. And as you can see, it fits in there really well with the standard bezel. Now, I do have some interference you can see at the top there, but I don't know how much I'm going to use that. So, and then let's listen to the stereo. So the stereo sounds really good. I'm really happy with it, and it was a pretty easy install, although the first one I got was actually dead on arrival. So the problem was the touchscreen didn't work, and so I had to send that one back. But since I got it through Amazon, they sent me a new one same day, so I was able to get that installed yesterday. Got the glass in there, and I don't have any of the other electrics hooked up, except that I did wire up the ability to rotate the side mirrors so we can get into a trailer or whatnot. So that's pretty important to have that ability. We put in latches like this, so we put those into the rear hatch, and the nice thing about that is that it gives us a little bit better shot lines. So you can see here, we're getting a little bit better shot lines across the back without these huge gaps. So that worked out really well. I actually kind of like them. I think they look nice. They give it that, kind of racy look. So yeah, she's looking pretty good. I think she's going to look good for the show. We did paint. One of the other things we did was we painted the engine cover white. I do think it looks better. I think it's more in line with what you would see on a real Aventador. There's some conjecture whether those inserts stay white or if they get painted black. So haven't decided yet. We got a lot of black accents on the car, so I may go ahead and keep those white. So, but yeah, she's looking pretty good. I think she'll be great for the show. I think the kids are absolutely going to love her. So still a lot of work to do. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 100. Nothing catastrophic or too interesting going on, other than the fact that I'm really chuffed about getting the power steering working. I was worried about that. It's such a Frankenstein, and there's also some compatibility issues between LS1 pumps and some of the Mustang 2 racks, and so I got that all straightened out, got all the proper fittings, and it seems to be working just fine. So pretty happy with it. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and hopefully we'll see you next time.